Get in, let's go. Yeah, she wanna ride with the damn boss. I told her go down like a drop top. These kilowatts blow your socks off. Okay, so what? She wanna ride with the damn boss. Free head back when I take off. These kilowatts blow your socks off. Okay, so what?
What's going on, guys? Race recap for 2024. Can't believe it's all over. The whole year is done, kaput, finished. And first time I've driven the Laser in a minute. Probably since the last race, actually. It actually started really nice, which is rare because the motor in this thing's tired. Like, it's ticking, it's knocking, it's just had enough of life. It's ready to go boom. But I've had a new sponsor come on board. So as you all know, I've been sponsored by No Limit Mechanical and Performance for some time. And John is a really good friend. I consider him one of my really close friends. But the long and the short of it is, he's on the Central Coast. I'm in the Hunter Valley, and basically, although I still highly recommend anyone, Sydney, Central Coast, goes and sees him, for me, it just wasn't working out as far as, going down there to have mechanical work or him coming up here. So basically, he's still a sponsor, he's still a good friend, but I had an opportunity with another mechanic who wants to get a lot more involved in 2025, and I took it. So Hunter Valley Performance and Service Centre will be looking after me and my cars, towing my car to events, all sorts of cool fun stuff. So yeah, basically Laser's going in there, getting a whole lot of work done, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about that because, we're going to give it a little tickle. We're going to get it, really going.
Yes. Okay. Power.
But anyway, so I decided I'm just driving around the estate that I live in because I got little kids and there's no way I was going to make a video with all that noise. I'm sure you'd rather hear a bit of, a bit of that. I'm sure the neighbours love it too. Anyway, let's get into this recap. So I've got this bit of paper next to me that sort of got all my events from the year sort of written out, and I loosely remember what happened. I'll edit in some little clips and whatnot of all the fun stuff that went on.
Nice.
But first event that I did this year was in the Rodeo. It was the State Carnicross at Awabba. I won the event. I drove flawlessly. I had a really good time. Set some really good, really good times throughout the event. I don't recall what I come overall, but I know I won my class. Hear this Laser ticking again. Poor motor. It's had a hard life. But yeah, so first in class, had a great time. I really missed driving the Rodeo, but it'll be back next year. Second one, I went down to Colo Heights. So Sydney Off-Road Racing Association, they held their Carnicross down there, and again I came first in class. I came somewhere in the top half of the field. I mean, in the Rodeo, like for such a big, heavy car, it was actually really, really competitive. Like overall, not just in class. Like I was always in the top half of the field, except for that one time. But anyway, we'll get to that. But yeah, Sora had a great time. Colo Heights. I really can't wait to race that track again. From memory, it was wet, it was tight. I had a lot of close calls, but yeah, overall, just a great time. You know, just had a really fun time, and was quite, you know, did really well. I backed it up. That was on the Saturday that we did that event. I backed it up on the Sunday with a hill climb in the laser up at Ringwood. So that was like the following day. Again, I don't remember any results, but you know, I'm sure it probably wasn't anything too flash, because let's face it, the laser in the hill climbs, the laser this is not the car for hill climb. Not in class, not in anything. Like it really, this car is just not a competitive hill climb car. But you know, that's okay. It is what it is. We had fun. You know, the car looks fast, it sounds fast, but it's just not fast. Not for hill climbs anyway.
Oh man.
I don't know why I came this way. I'm literally coming out on the main road. Oh well. But anyway, so staying with the laser, we went to Bathurst. Now that was an experience. See, sounds fast. Actually, it kind of, for what it is, it goes all right. Like I literally just got to 80 k's, like it was the speed limit. Yeah. Anyway, Bathurst. Wow. That was awesome. I mean, racing at Bathurst, like, yeah, sure, it wasn't the full track, but that's a bucket list thing. I mean, how many people get to race at Bathurst that are grassroots racers? Like, that was so cool. I had the time of my life, you know, a couple of days of just awesomeness. I mean, race cars, like, how much better does it get? Now, I drove this car to every event. Well, I drove both of my cars to every event. I've got the tow truck. The only time I used the tow truck was after Bathurst. Literally, I think the weekend after Bathurst, where I raced at Hampton in the state Carnicross round 2.
Ooh. Oh no!
Yeah, that was not what we were expecting. But you know what? No bad days racing, as Jack Moldwater says. Good friend and, you know, somewhat like my mentor in racing. He says there's no bad days racing. You know, you have a bad day racing and just quit. Like, you crash, that doesn't make it a bad day. It's just the experience. Learn from it. So anyway, luckily I was okay. The car, although the cab was completely written off, the car underneath is okay. And that'll be back, you know, next year, with a whole new look and a whole new lots of things. I won't give too much away, but you know, I got a bit of a build series going on with that car, and it's a bit slow because, you know, let's face it, everything's slow at the moment. But yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back in a big way. So from here on out, it was just the laser, and my Mazda, it made an appearance as well. But so after I rolled it at Hampton, had a Carnicross in the laser up at Ringwood. I'm pretty sure I won that Carnicross. In class. Then we went up to Kempsey for the hill climb. I come third in the class, which, so my class in the state hill climb was, you know, under 2.5 litres road registered. Nathan Apps in his Type R Civic, Harry Dowling in his Toyota Celica, like the ZZR 1.8 VVTi. Like, I mean, this little 1.8 single overhead cam, it was just never going to compete. There was no way. But like little steam train that could, we did it. We did the series, and I actually come second in my class in the series. Nathan Apps came first. I think Martin McLaughlin came third. So, I didn't go there to win battles. I was in it for the war. And, I was the first loser of the war. Anyway, so yeah, Kempsey was sick. Then we had a day and night at Ringwood. Now, it was an absolute shocker. This car in the rain, when I'm heavy under brakes and going through a corner, it kicks a leg. It's like a dog having, And basically, yeah, I spun it out. I was not fast. It was just a terrible event in that aspect. Did I have fun? Yeah, sure, I had fun. I was on the racetrack. I mean, who's not having fun when on the racetrack? Like, it's all good fun. But yeah, I probably would have preferred it to be dry. So after that, we went to Grafton. Now we're talking, I'm just going to shift like this. We're talking a 500k there and then 500k's home. Now this is when the laser started to play up a bit. I think it was my third run at Grafton, and I did it goes in like a loop, and you sort of come back onto yourself up the top. And basically I saw the track and I was like, oh, that's a lot of smoke. And pretty much I figured, all right, that's coming out of my exhaust. Like, that's a lot of white smoke. This is not cool. And from that point on, I sort of backed off. I was like, hey, I've got 500k's home. This is not good. So that was also the start of the gremlins. Like, I started with an electrical gremlin. I started getting my lights coming on the dash, and I still to this day haven't fixed it. I don't know what it is. It's just like an intermittent problem. But basically, yeah, like Grafton was like the start of a lot of problems with this car, and all of those problems I have not addressed yet because, just send it.
He's beginning to believe.
But yeah, Grafton was a sick track. Like, I had a lot of fun up there. We got kangaroos. Who wants to see kangaroos? Anyway, kangaroos. Where I live, it's like a new estate, sort of in the bush. Kangaroos. Anyway, so after Grafton, I'm looking at my list and trying to drive. It's all happening. You know what? I might even just pull over for a second. Also got the fuel light on. Well, it's turning off. No, it's going back on. Anyway, so after Grafton, had a Carnicross at Ringwood, followed by another Carnicross at Ringwood. Then we went to Tamworth. Now the Carnicrosses at Ringwood, I did really good. I came, well, I'm pretty sure that I've come second in the championship next to Chris Finance. So I was winning it, and I needed to win the last event, which I didn't. I broke my ribs at work and couldn't drive to my full capacity. That's the excuse I'm going with. But hey, Chris won it. He's a better driver. He's quicker. His car's better. Like, whatever. It's all good. But yeah, so we did the two Ringwood Carnicrosses, which I did quite well in both of. Then we went to Tamworth. Again, Tamworth, sick track. Had an absolute ball. Camped there the night. Froze my ass off. But worth it. After Tamworth, we had the state hill climb at Ringwood. Now, again, this car in the hill climbs, it's just not that competitive. I mean, it goes all right, but it's not. The Carnacrosses is good because I can get in and all the tight stuff, you know. But in these open races, this car, it's a bit slow. But we did the state hill climb at Ringwood. Then we had a hill climb, just like a club day. I'm going to start driving again because I don't want to just sit out front of this person's house. It's funny, I actually haven't driven around a lot of these roads either. I'm exploring my neighbourhood. People are looking at me and going, hey, that guy's driving a race car around. I know where I am. But yeah, so anyway, I went to the club hill climb in the Mazda 3. Mazda 3 is the car I'm actually going to be racing in the State Hill Climb next year. It's also the car I drive to work every day, so let's pray that nothing happens to it. But yeah, my new sponsors will be towing it to every event. So if it does, we'll get it home, we'll get it sorted. It is what it is. But yeah, so I drove the Mazda 3 in the hill climb, and yeah, it performed really, really well. I was really happy with it. I mean, it's a bog standard car, like standard everything. All I've done is it's got some CX-5 like rims off of like a later model CX-5 sedan. What do they call it? SUV. But pretty much, you know, it's just a standard car. So after that one, we had the State Hill Climb out at Gunnedah. So Mount Porcupine Lookout. That was the highlight. Like, that was the nicest place, the most scenic place, I should say, that we did a race all year, like hill climb or anything. The view from up there was spectacular. I got some awesome drone footage, and yeah, just a great weekend in general. I pretty much come in last place because, you know, slow, but that kid just took a photo of the car as I drove past. But yeah, so we did that, had a great time. Me and Drew, we stayed in a hotel. That was like the first hotel all year. I camped at every other place, but yeah, Drew put us up in a hotel. So Drew, for you that don't know, he owns Cashed Up Bogans. He's one of my sponsors, so they make all my, you know, t-shirts and singlets, and well, this was a t-shirt until the sleeves got tatty and then I just cut them off. But anyway, so then we had the we had another day and night Carnacross at Ringwood. I came second in class, so I remember that because it was sort of recent. But yeah, Chris Finance beat me by, it wasn't a whole lot, but he had brand new tyres on his car, and that's, you know, what we sort of put it down to, because me and him were always within like milliseconds of each other, like overall, like over the whole day we were just so close. And then he put brand new tyres on, and for lack of better words, actually he spanked me. Like, he beat me by a fair bit. And so for the last event of the year, which was our last Carnacross there at Ringwood, I slapped on some brand new Nankang AR1s, and I hoped that would do it. I hoped that would be the thing that would give me the winning edge. But as I said, I broke my ribs at work. What can I say? I couldn't drive to my full potential, and that was it. Like, I was done. Nathan Apps decided to come and do a Carnicross, and I remember giggling and going, this is Carnicross, this isn't a hill climb, dude. Like, every run counts. You've got like stop-go garages. You've got like all these things, all these contributing factors that you don't have to worry about in a hill climb. You got to come to a stop at the finish line rather than just a flying finish. He won the event outright. He literally beat everybody. So, good on you. Good on you, Nathan. Like, the guy can drive. His car's quick. And he's just a good fella in general. But anyway, so yeah, that's the recap. That's how the year went down. I mean, it was a good year. Had a great time. Want to thank all my sponsors. Where do I begin here? So Black Bear Tyres. Black Bear Tyres supplied the tyres. I've got the Markma Dakar RT tyres on my Rodeo, and wow, what a tyre. Like, they are unreal. The grip that they have given me is just exceptional. Yeah, wow. Who else? Fusion Detailing. They haven't actually really done anything for me this year, but they're meant to wrap my car, so let's see if they do it or not. If they don't do it, see you later.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye-bye. But nah, seriously, like, they have been around, and so Matt Gauchi also owns the Hexter PPF, and basically, yeah, they're going to be doing a really sort of wild colour swap on the Mazda 3, so I have to get on to them because it's November, and want it done before, maybe over Christmas at the latest. Cashed Up Bogans, Drew, man, one of my good friends. And what else? Like, he does all the stickers, he does all the shirts and everything. So just an all-round good bloke. Comes to events, paid for my hotel. Well, he stayed in it too, but paid for a hotel out at Gunnedah. And yeah, just a good bloke. Carted out stuff in his car for us as well. What else we got? John, No Limit Mechanical and Performance. He's kept all the cars going, Mrs. car and everything, like services everything, just a top bloke. And as I said at the beginning of the video, it's just unfortunate that he's so far away. It's just not working, him being so far away, for either of us. But I'll keep his name on the car. He's still my really close friend. I still want to catch up with him as often as we possibly can. And I still highly recommend that anyone that's Central Coast, Sydney sort of ways, I still want you all to go to John and see him and get your stuff done on your cars, because he's a top bloke, a brilliant mechanic. I really highly recommend him. And I honestly feel bad that I've sort of taken on a new sponsor, a new mechanic, but he said it himself. Like, he's just happy that he's got me this far, and I appreciate everything he's done for me, and I'm sure he'll still continue to do some stuff. I really would love to see him come to an event, but we'll see what happens. As for my new sponsor, Hunter Valley Performance and Service Centre, Hunter Valley Performance, and Service Centre, I'm gonna double check this. Oh, I'm running the gutter first. Yeah, Hunter Valley Performance and Service Centre. Scotty, top bloke. So his young fella Matty, he's going to come and he's going to start doing a bit of racing. He's got a Honda Civic, and he's pretty keen to get involved. So I'm going to sort of tutor him, mentor him a bit, and he reckons he wants to be my cameraman. So if you see any camera footage next year, it's a bit shaky, it's all Matt. But yeah, he serviced the Scotty serviced the Mazda 3 the other night, and what can I say? You know, went absolutely above and beyond. Did things to, you know, in a basic service, he did things I've never seen another mechanic do. So, you know, really happy to have him on board. Very, very knowledgeable mechanic, and you know, really good with his performance stuff. You know, he builds some really wicked engines. He's been more into sort of drag racing and sprint cars and stuff in the past himself personally. So really keen to see what he can do for me, and you know, give this little laser a tickle. But what else have we got? Who am I forgetting? PTI, PowerTech Industries. So these harnesses here, they were supplied by Tyrone, so a big thank you there. We haven't really done a whole lot. You know, he's been flat out, you know, with work and whatnot. You know, PTI sort of like his side hustle, unfortunately, and he's just been sort of flat out in his day job and hasn't really done a whole lot with the business. But I mean, if you go on his website, you can order all sorts of performance parts and goodies, stuff for off-road cars, stuff for on-road cars. He's got everything on that website, so get on there, have a look. I think the code was Jadamo24, so Jadamo 24, and you'll actually get a discount on, you know, whatever you're ordering. But who else am I forgetting here? Black Bear. Oh, I'm really terrible with this. I should have wrote them down first. You know what? I can't remember. Just thank you to everyone that's helped me. You know, there's even been people that haven't been sponsors, you know, that have helped me out this year, and I really appreciate it. The kids are giving me a thumbs up. It's funny when you drive a race car around on the street, you know, the kids love it. I'll do anything for the kids, except for skids on the street, because, you know, can't do that. But if they want to fly it to Mexico, I'll happily, what's the word I'm looking for? Provide it. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm wrapping up the video. Thank you to everyone who's supported me with the racing this year. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed, likes the videos, shares them, watches them. You know, like, if you've watched this far, leave a comment. You know, tell me what your favourite race of the year was. Your favourite moment, you know. Don't say rolling the car, because please, that just breaks my heart.
Emotional, damn it!
But you know what, it made for some good content, didn't it? But anyway, I'm going to try and ramp this up, you know, and get some merch going. You know, I want to have everything. I want to get a website and all that. You know, I'm just sort of a little bit slow when it comes to that stuff. You know, I'm trying to learn. Hopefully, get some people that'll help me out with it, and you know, everything else. But anyway, as per usual, like and subscribe, share the video. You know, whatever else, and you know, be nice to your mum. I want to go home and spend some time with my kids now. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.